We
Go get your money, man. Go get your money.
we back.
Go get your money.
Yeah. Welcome to the Out of the Box podcast. I go by the name Shakita Speaks a Southern Belle. Listen, this is a special episode for us, but before we get started, I gotta make sure I say R.I.P. Trouble. Listen, but look, I'm glad you guys are tuning in because we're really excited about this episode. So we about to talk about some really good topics today, okay? So first we gonna talk about them ladies with them sugar daddies, okay? And then also outside of that, we about to talk about our local artists not getting no love out here because I really don't understand why our local artists not getting no love. And then on top of that, we gotta talk about our social media world and this racism that be going on, especially on TikTok though. Especially TikTok.
What's going on TikTok?
Hey, we about to get right into it right now.
All right, thank you so much for that, Shakita. Like I said before, love the voice. It's amazing, right? There's nothing like that.
Facts.
You feel me? So, the first topic we want to talk about is about should women have to basically pay their own bills? Or should someone else, as a fellow man, or another woman, whatsoever, should pay their bills
like
for
that.
them? So that is one of the things I want to ask two women here. As a man, I would love for someone to pay my bills, but I can't find no woman that does that. You know what I'm saying? It's always the most sleaziest guy that can find that for me. You know what I'm saying? If you can find that for me, I will love to basically not take any girl to Red Lobster. To me, even though Red Lobster is not expensive, what they say.
What?
Shit, when she orders some $20, I'd be like, you're not worth it.
Yo, that's crazy.
So, Gigi, I want to ask you, do you think that your bills should be paid by someone else, or you think that you should be paying your bills?
All right, so let me just say this. Like, I'm the type of chick, I like to pay for my own shit, straight up. You know what I'm saying? I want to have, I have my own shit. I don't need anybody to pay any of my bills. But I will say, the older I get, the more I get a little, I don't want to say jealous, but the more I feel the chicks that get their bills paid. Because, sometimes I don't feel like getting up. I want to kick it in the bed. And I'm like, it's some chicks out here and there that are getting all the rent, the bills paid. And I just feel some type of way. I'm like, I just want to see how it feels. I want to see how it feels for like a month or two. But I like having my own shit because I like to move how I want to move. And then when you have tussles and things with people, they start throwing it back in your face. And
Period.
You know what I'm saying? I just want to be able to move and pivot accordingly how I want to on my own accord. So I feel like, ladies, we should pay our own bills, or at least half.
At least half,
You know
absolutely.
for your own mental peace, But I ain't go front. I mean, look, ask me again in another couple months, all right?
Yeah, someone be like, you want this Birkin bag? You ain't gonna be like, hell no.
I ain't gonna turn down the bag. I'm gonna be honest.
Period. I'm gonna invest that.
Okay.
Fuck.
What about you, Shakita? How does it feel?
I think I'm on the same accord as Gigi at the same time. Like for me, you know me, Jerome. I've always been pretty independent. Like, for the most part. If anything, I ain't letting a man stay with me for rent free. That's not gonna happen. He gonna have to contribute in some type of way. But as far as like having a man pay everything for me, it would be nice. I ain't gonna hold you. It would be really, really, really nice. And I also think it kind of depends on what tax bracket that man is in too. That could determine if he needs to be paying the bills or not. And if we have kids together and all that stuff and I'm a stay-at-home mom, then absolutely, you better be paying the bills. Absolutely. But at the same time, for me, as the working female that I am, I can't expect a man to just do it all for me. I know people who live in that type of lifestyle and have those things done for them, and I think I'm with you a little bit, but I don't know if it's like jealousy is a thing for me. What I would say, I think it's like more of like the for me it's kind of like, it's not jealousy. I feel like,
it's like a lot of admiration, right?
It's just an admiration, but at the same time,
something.
It's not just an admiration, but sometimes, like, for me, it's just kind of like, I can't, it's like I don't understand it to a certain extent, if that makes sense. Like, because I feel like they can't understand the type of lifestyle that we come from and us working hard. Yeah. So I feel like a lot of times when you have an independent woman and you have a woman with a sugar daddies, like, they don't understand what it means to work hard. You know what I'm saying? So for me, it's not really jealousy of that, but it's kind of like how it's like if you get to go out here and you get to flaunt things, but you ain't even really work hard for it. You was just given those things. Yeah. Like, you know what I mean? Silver spoon. To me, it's not really a jealousy thing, but to me, it's just kind of like don't fake the funk. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's what it is for me, like, more than anything. But, you know, the girls who got it, they got it, you know, it's cool. But I don't like that. 'Cause you know what I mean? I like to be like a example to other people. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. And that's my thing.
I want to let my young girls know, and my siblings and everything, because I see a lot of those girls too. You know, that a lot of times when you do have a man just doing everything for you, you get a lot of backlash from that man, like you said. Exactly. And they be walking all over top of you and thinking they can do whatever they want to do. So at the same time, like, I think it's important. You got to be able to have strong boundaries.
That's the thing.
You know what I mean?
Very important in that situation.
Yeah, absolutely. You got to bring something to the table.
See, me as a man, I would love for a woman to step to the table. Susie, Maya, Tina. I don't know, just coming out with women names. They want to help out. And
I'm done.
Pay for my dinner. I will take it. I want to look.
So you ain't never had no girl like pay for your meals though, bro? For real?
I have, but it'd be like one or two. Like, I will love it every day.
What they paying for? Is it like Chick-fil-A or?
You know, they be sometimes like, you know, maybe Olive Garden. You know, they think that's fancy.
Yo, that's crazy that you speak of that. I know this is like off topic, but like, a couple of days ago in the Shade Room, they had this post that was talking about, like, you know, when we were younger, like the top tier restaurants, what we used to think was top tier was like Olive Garden and IHOP and Red Lobster. Yeah. Yo, I agree with that. When I was younger, I used to think like rolling up to the window, seeing that lobster up in the front. Yeah. That was fucking top tier. You couldn't tell me nothing. But when I learned about Ruths Chris, oh, hell no.
Oh, it was a rap.
Ruths Chris, listen.
Kobe Steakhouse, like, stop playing.
But listen, I can't do Ruths Chris on the regular. I can't. That shit expensive.
Hell yeah.
Like, if I take you to Ruths Chris, I'm gonna wife you.
See what you expected. See, like, perfect example. People guys be expecting a lot for a little den nowadays.
Ruths Chris,
but Ruths Chris
definitely sex. It's definitely my penis in your vagina. Is definitely
straight off the roof, Chris.
Yo, that's crazy.
Look.
Not even a shopping like.
Look, IHOP be different. You feel what I'm saying? IHOP, that's okay. You know,
it's a what?
We're having a great conversation.
Okay.
Ruths Chris is like, you gonna definitely show me some things.
God damn.
You feel what I'm saying? Like, especially if I'm working at McDonald's for real. You feel what I'm saying? That's like damn near half the check.
Yeah, you gotta save up.
You feel what I'm saying? So if she be like, I want to take some Ruths Chris, I like to be fancy. You feel what I'm saying? And the gas is crazy already. You feel what I'm saying? So it's like you gotta drive there. You feel me? You can't DoorDash Ruths Chris because
you can't.
That'd be
not at all.
Now that should be really expensive. You could. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yo, you taught us something today. You want to go to Ruths Chris on a regular, ladies? Make sure you get you a sugar daddy who don't want anything from you. Period.
Okay.
Yeah, Ruths Chris is a little too expensive. Like, you really, that's love. That's love right there. But just imagine, like, do any regular person that don't love you gonna take you to Ruths Chris? Like, I feel like
on a regular, that's Valentine's dates.
Yeah,
mostly. If this is how I feel. This is the number I feel with love. If I spend $100, I'm loving you. Okay, like that's just your section. $100. I'm like, oh yeah. Yeah, just stand on one knee. If you said no, it's a problem. Okay?
Damn. Weak.
Yeah. But, you know, another thing I want to basically go into, is when it comes to local rappers, you know, why in their own city or their own state, whatsoever, they don't get the support that they do. And the thing is, I know a lot of people, I hear a lot of them like, you know, in my state, they don't help us out. they don't basically support. They don't come to my shows or whatever. But in my opinion, I think that's with everything.
Absolutely.
It's like, imagine, right, that someone gave you a product to clean something, right? But you never heard nothing about it. Are you going to buy it just because someone tells you that? See, the thing is that when certain artists, a lot of people support artists that they're familiar with. If they're familiar with their music, then they're going to be like, you know what? Let me listen to this more. Let me hear this more. You know, or unless you basically give off something that's relatable, that touches someone's soul, and that's how sometimes I feel like that you basically grab a fan base that's different than where you live at. And that's the thing. A lot of rappers are basically have a lot of fan bases in other states because what they can relate to is within that person's city. But the thing is not talking about that person's city, if you get what I'm saying. At the end of the day, you know, they can understand the struggle. It's like when you know someone, you be like, you know, I know that guy. We done with that struggle. It's boring. I don't want to hear nothing about it. But someone else in a different state be like, you know what, I dealt with that struggle. I hear this. I understand that. It could be more than a struggle. It could be different. So, you know, that's just my opinion of why I feel like, you know, local artists don't really get supported due to the fact that, you know, as average other people that basically are consumers of music, they don't be like, you know what, I don't want to listen to this person because I know him. What do you think when it comes to that, Shakita?
I mean, I agree with you partially, but I also think that a lot of people, it just all depends, like, honestly. A lot of times people envy other people secretly, and they just choose not to support them, I think, especially when somebody's from your hometown. It's like you don't really take them. I think sometimes if you grow up with somebody or you know somebody from around the way, some people don't really take you as seriously.
Exactly.
And that's really how I feel about it. And Gigi, you probably can speak to this a little bit more because you see like the battle rap league side of things and all that other stuff. And you see and you work with a lot of artists too. So
Right. And it's always, it comes down to two gripes mostly, right? It's the crab in the barrel mentality that, you know, I'm born and raised in Richmond, so I can only like really wholeheartedly speak in regards to Richmond and the DMV area, but I can wholeheartedly say it's a crab in a barrel mentality. And the more that I deal with artists in various, you know, parts of the country, it seems to be a theme, right? So like you said, the envy, you know what I mean? I think it's just when you know someone, sometimes it, like the professionalism can get jaded, or it's just because, oh, well, that's so-and-so, you know, they ain't really doing nothing.
Really, yeah.
Right? And another problem is, it's like the validation a lot of times doesn't happen unless you have a cosign from somewhere in another area, like, you know, up north, New York, California, and people don't take you seriously until you get that cosign. So, you know, which does put a bad taste in a lot of artists' mouths, because it's like, damn, my own people in my own city are not rocking with me. I have to go to California, and that's why everybody or Atlanta to get a cosign, and then I get popping there, and then I come back, and everybody want to kiss my ass or say they believe in me now. You know what I mean? So it's fucked up. You know, at the end of the day, we have to do better collectively. I think in regards to support, we need to stop waiting for the cosign of other, you know, demographics or regions, and just support us.
Exactly.
Just support us. You
Indeed.
know what I mean?
And one of the things that I also feel like, I've always said this, a lot of people be like, yo, like, why haven't you left this area before? Like, you so much bigger than this city. Like, I can see you doing more. And it's exactly all the things that you said. But I believe what you said. Like, I believe in watering my own grass. I believe you can make the grass greener where you are sometimes. But at the same time, we got to put it out there and make sure that everybody knows that, like, we need you guys. Like, we need you guys to step up. We need you to start supporting the people in your local area, because we can't just do this by ourselves at the end of the day. How you expect someone to support you if you're not willing to support them? Exactly. So we just got to all step up, and we just got to make those changes. So, and that's what Out of the Box is about. We just came here to, like, bring things to you guys that's out of the box, a different way, a different type of, like, style, and bring you guys, like, introduce you to different things that we face, even in like the music industry, you know?
Yeah. To me, and what I would tell the audience is, fuck what another nigga think. When it comes to
Straight like that.
you know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, it's like, yeah, you might not get no one support or anything like that. Like when I was in Richmond, I didn't get no support. You know, I didn't get anybody, no help, no anything like that. So Keita can be a witness with the stuff we was doing before previous to then. Because we was basically doing what we're doing now. Wasn't the podcast at the time, because podcast really wasn't around like that. You know, normally it was like the radio or stuff like that. But a lot of people turned us down. A lot of people were like, you know, you can't do this and do that. You know, and the same thing that happened with Gigi as well. A lot of people turned her down and everything like that. But the thing is, what I want to tell you is that regardless of what someone basically put you in a box or believe that what you can do, fuck what they say.
Period.
Fuck their opinion. Fuck what they believe. Because the thing is, only person that's going to support is you. My man said something great on IG. It's Biscuits, my dog, you know what I'm saying? And he said something, he was like, you know, we're always waiting and always complaining about these people in our city supporting us.
Exactly.
But at the end of the day, it's like, if I was a person, right? It's like, you know, if I was a person basically that wanted to believe in you, it's like sometimes we hear certain songs or hear from people about, yo, I do music or whatever. We automatically think this shit probably gonna suck.
That's true. OG. That's true.
We're humans at the end of the day, right? We be like, man, this shit is trash already. Like, the nigga got a CD. I don't even, who the fuck does this?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And we say those things and we feel that in our heart. We don't tell that person that, but we feel that. See, the thing is that, you know, we are also the own problem to what we complain about. And what we must need to do is like, fuck all that and just do it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, at the end of the day, like, people were saying, like, you know, don't do this podcast. Don't basically manage these artists and everything like that. But, you know, fuck what they say. Fuck them. At the end of the day, I give 10 fucks of what it is. Like, everybody here is special. We're going to make what we're going to do. And that's what I'm telling you, is that at the end of the day, no one can basically justify or tell you that you're special or that you can make it. You know what I mean? So it's like, you just got to keep on doing it. Lil Wayne said the greatest thing that I never forgot. You know, repetition is the father of learning.
Yes. Absolutely.
The more that you basically do it, the better that you will be at it. You can be a sucky rapper, but you don't always be a sucky rapper. You can be good at it. Like, Young Thug is the greatest example, right? Even though he's locked up right now, but still.
For Young Thug.
Had horrible music at the beginning, but then he was able to change how the music sounds. At first he was sounding Lil Wayne, and now it's like people got that he has that Young Thug sound where it's like, okay, you make these instruments out of the sound of your voice. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, at the end of the day, keep on striving, keep on doing what you're doing.
Absolutely.
You know? And that's how I really feel when it comes to that. You know, and another topic we want to basically come up with, and not come up with, sorry. Another topic we want to talk about is, you know, racism in social media. And the thing is black people, you know, we basically face a lot. So for people that are white in our audience, you know, well, this is a learning lesson. You're going to understand that how we basically have to work is 10 times harder in everything that we do, and especially this space.
Yeah.
So I would like to ask you, Gigi, like, what have you noticed when it comes to social media and racism? Have you seen anything that can be like, you know, this is kind of crazy?
There's Gigi's topic right here.
All right. So I like to take my social media like hiatuses when I can, right? Because it's just a lot of fuckery. And I'm not a TikTok person, so y'all about to school me on this TikTok thing, because I don't even know like what's going on that side. But from the various platforms, you know, Instagram, Facebook, Bigo, you know, a lot of these newer live streaming apps that are popping up and taking, you know, the net by storm. It's just like, all right, like with Bigo or with a lot of these newer apps, you know, it's classified in different like regions internationally, and it's a blatant difference between the rules and the policies that we face in regards to being black content creators and the content creators in different countries. You know, it's a lot liberal. They basically have free reins on these apps to do whatever. as opposed to us, like, damn, we can't show, we can't show a cup. If they think it's liquor in the cup, we ban. You know what I'm saying? We can't show this. We can't show that. We are censored to a level of, it's just, it's getting really disrespectful at this point. And it's almost like a slap in the face that they can get away with this and no type of, consequences are being, handed out here. And it's just, it's disheartening. And that's why I gotta shout out Facebook Gaming, because I've noticed such a difference in how they handle black content creators, and it really makes me proud. And even though I have my gripes with Facebook and the piece of shit analytics that they come up with sometimes in regards to the detrimental psychological impact that they have on women especially, but I have to say, they might be faking it funk just to, appease us or pacify black creators. But damn, it's a lot better than what we've been seeing on a lot of the other apps, right? So I got to shout them out a little bit. But still, it's a problem. It's a huge problem. I don't know how to even begin to tackle it, but it's getting disrespectful at this point. What y'all think?
See, for me, one of the things is that, me basically being in this field, from the clients that I manage, I have one of the, if you don't know, that I manage one of the biggest influencers in the world. His name is Cousin Skeeter, a.k.a. Mufasa.
Nope.
And he's well known around the world. Shout out to the plaque behind here. Platinum. Just
okay.
Got a shout out here. But the thing is that what I've noticed, and to other African Americans, and also not even African Americans, just black in general, black around the world, they only let a select few, especially TikTok, to give a shine to their platform. Either they basically either pay them or, it's something that is undeniably just good. So one of the things is, the reason why I'm bringing this up is because, I think a story that happened maybe 2 years ago or a year ago, this one girl made a TikTok that was going crazy around the freaking world, right? And it was called the Renegade Dance. And the person that made the song was from K-Camp. And the issue that they was basically facing was that they was basically made this dance, but white people that did the dance were getting more shine. And no one knew who she was. Now, mind you, this person from Atlanta was working her ass off and working really hard when it came to making this dance, to get out the situation for whatever she was doing, right? To be a celebrity, to be famous, was basically taken from her. And what happened is that the people that took the dance went on the Ellen show.
Yeah, Addison Rae. That's who it was.
And the thing is that, Addison Rae, that's a really big TikToker. And this person that created something basically was left in the dust. And the thing is, these black creators, because the thing is, one thing I want to tell you about black people, no matter what did you put us into, we will basically always be on top. I don't give a care what it is. It's because the thing is, when you put so much struggle into someone and problems to a situation, that person is going to overcome it.
Right.
Maybe not him, the person that you gave it to, but his daughter or his son, brother, sister, whatever. When you put someone to any kind of situation, they're going to overcome it eventually. You know what I'm saying? That's with any race. You can see it in history. Now, with these social influencer things, these are the black people creating these dances, not white people. These are black people creating these dances. And what happens is TikTok uses its platform to go against African Americans. And one of the examples, someone can be like, your conspiracy theory. So let's go back to 2020. George Floyd, right? That's when that happened, 2020, correct? Now, when people did BLM and do Black Lives Matter and everything like that, you know what they did? They were saying that was hate speech. Crazy. Now, it's hate speech to talk about the things that we go through, our freedoms and the liberties that were taken away from us. It's crazy. And you want to put that as hate speech?
Yep.
See, that's the thing I don't like. See, black people, we've been going through some shit for a long period of time. And we are creators. We are the tastemakers. There's no denying that. I wish a motherfucker would tell me that we're not.
Absolutely.
That's not the, no matter what time of generation, you'll see that black people have made evolutions all the time. How we dress, how we act, how we look, the music we put out. We're influential. When you put someone in so much stress, that's what they're going to do. Now, Zakita, when it comes to social media, I want to ask you, have you ever faced anything with that, or have you seen anything when it comes to racism on social media? Like, have you seen something that you like, damn, why are they basically doing this? Like, certain things that Kim Kardashian does.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was going to say. As soon as you came up with the topic, to me, I feel like Black people, we forever get shadow banned when it comes to almost anything that we really do. Like, you can see it, it's been proven. But I think the biggest thing where we've seen it as, especially with the Kardashians, and and don't get it twisted. And I feel like people are forever trying to come for them, but it's just because it's just kind of, we just trying to wake people up to the things that's actually being done. It's kind of like when Kim Kardashian and they started wearing the braids, and they tried to act like that was something created by Kim, and it wasn't. She tried to create a name for it. Like, that was one of the craziest things that ever happened. Ridiculous. Like, when Black people, we've been wearing braids since the beginning of time. Right. Like, you know what I mean? Like, so it's just kind of like crazy when you see these type of things. And it's also like the hairstyles. No, not only just from the hairstyles from it, but how we dress. Like, we can see it even with like things with like Fashion Nova. Like, a lot of these styles and stuff is kind of curated by Black women. And I feel like a lot of times we don't get enough shine. And speaking of Fashion Nova, they've been stealing people's designs for like years now. Like, there was like a couple years ago, you had your girl Jay Nice, who is a designer who has her own clothing line out. Too. Right. What is it? Envy, I think that's what it's called. It's like it's called Envy. Forgive me if I said it wrong, but like, you see these things that these Black creators are doing, and you see them just constantly being taken by white people and then used for economic gain at the same time, and it's not even going back to giving them any credit. And I feel like a lot of times people always try to say like, okay, you guys are being selfish at this point, and you guys are just trying to cancel people and all these other things, when it's really not that. We're not trying to cancel people. It's just, we just trying to bring awareness, and we don't care, because one thing that Black people love to do is to share. Mm-hmm.
See, one of the main things is this, right? To the culture, you would never basically erase Blacks.
No.
So the thing is that, no matter what you may feel that you are more powerful or whatever, like I've previously spoken, when it comes to African Americans, we are the tastemakers. We're making these dances, we're making these musics pop. Like, when it comes to your favorite artist, 9 times out of 10, the reason why your artist is your favorite artist is due to the fact that we like it. And these people are my peers, and I do like them. Like, there would be no Adele for us. You know what I'm saying? Due to her music, due to the music that she makes, is due to the fact of Blacks. She says that at the end of the day, she grew up with Aretha Franklin. She grew up with people like James Brown and everything like that to listen to their music, what I'm saying. And the greatest white artists have done that. We look at Elvis. His part of music is due to Blacks.
Absolutely.
Talk about it.
You feel what I'm saying? So the thing is that, like, we will never go. We can't. That's something that's not in our DNA, to basically not leave a footprint into this world. So the thing is, what we ask TikTok, for the people that own that, the Chinese, is that you show us love and show us respect. Because the thing is, if you basically try to cancel us out or disrespect us, then you're going to make any other platforms bigger. We are what's going to make you the biggest thing ever, which we already have already. Like, TikTok is probably the second biggest after Instagram, or bigger than Instagram, is it?
Is it big? I hope not.
It might be. I feel like more people blow up on TikTok nowadays than they do on Instagram. So it just might be.
And I think that, as a Black person, that we're just tired of things getting taken away from us.
Absolutely.
It's cool that, you influence and you're loving the stuff that we do. But, this has been going on since the first time that freaking Blacks came to America, at least as slaves. So they've been stealing since then. You know, when it comes to hairstyles, even, you know, I'm going to tell you a little secret that people didn't even know. Now, the gynecologist is due to slavery, right? Because the thing is, humans, like, well, not humans, men didn't know how, you know, the woman anatomy work. So the only way they could find out is through the woman slave. You feel what I'm saying? So it's like, we have discovered so many things by even us not even trying to be part of it. So you feel what I'm saying? So it's like, at the end
crazy.
Of the day, I'm just saying we just need to be more respect on that social media game. You know what I mean? Like, at the end of the day, it's like, respect us. Not look at us as people and not just of our skin tone. But what I'm trying to tell you and trying to convey is that because you impress us too much, we're going to always outshine everything. You impress someone so much, they're going to shine, or their kid's going to shine, or whatever. Because when you basically put so much pressure, that's what makes diamonds. But, you know, at the end of the day, that's really when it comes to what I really want to talk about when it comes to this Out of the Box podcast. You know, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to have Shakita close it out. Let us know.
Hey, you guys, we want to thank you guys for tuning in. Make sure you guys get at us on all of our socials. Make sure you check that description box where you can find us on every single platform. Make sure you guys especially get at us on our Instagram, all that good stuff. Listen, we want to thank you guys for tuning in with us. Listen, it's the podcast the industry never knew they needed. So if they don't know, now you fucking know, period. Now we out. Yeah.